Hey babe, what do you get if you combine two sets of parents, multiple sets of kids, and a shared income?
Probably anarchy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hit the bell notification button below if you'd like access to some more of my content. Today's topic of discussion is joint families. I'm excited about this topic because I know a lot of people who live in this exact kind of setup. People think of a joint family and they always imagine a large house with people everywhere, people always up in your business, and there never being a situation where you're alone. But is this really the reason why people live in joint families? Let's get into it. Our first point is financial reasons. So, surprise, surprise, one of the biggest reasons for people looking to live in joint families is some kind of financial benefit. This could mean a family business or shared income. In fact, this is one of the most common reasons why children continue to live with their parents even after getting married in some cultures. Even if everyone in the house has their own independent source of income, it is common to see family members opt to live under the same roof in order to save money. It makes sense. Why have different sets of everything when you can save on expenses each month and still enjoy a good amount of disposable income? But there is a flip side to this. If you're going to enjoy savings, so is everyone else. There might be fighting for amenities or just like an overall general lack of privacy. In a lot of joint family situations, the overall lack of privacy often drives people to seek accommodation outside. It's really about who gets the most benefit in this kind of a setup. The day economic problems are shadowed by personal problems is the day when people decide to leave the joint family setup. Point number 2 is family support. This is a great and priceless thing to have in your life, as this gives you so much more freedom to go out there and get other stuff done. In the event you're a parent, isn't it amazing to have other people who can look after your child while you tend to work or other things? In fact, in many cases, it might actually be better for children to grow up in a joint family setup, as they'll learn a lot of really good social skills. They learn how to share and be in an environment where they will learn people skills in a much faster way. The downside to this is that there might be interference or micromanagement on the part of other members of the family. Children could also be at a risk of picking up undesirable traits or habits from other family members as well. Our third point has to do with security. In a joint family setup, it's quite easy for you to just pack up your bags and go on a vacation, or even step out of the house without the worry of having to look after your place when you're not there. In the event you live in an area that's not really known for its security, the best thing for you to do is to live with other people, and ultimately, who better than your own family? The downside with the security point is that you're also going to end up sacrificing some level of independence. This again depends on what your family's really like. Some families go to the extent of limiting the number of times you can go out, or even have rules around having other people over. And if you're trying to have a social life, this can be a very trying thing to adjust to. Ultimately, you'll have to take a call on what works for your current situation. How important is it for you to take care of your house or apartment in comparison to sacrificing your independence to go out and have fun with your friends? Think about it. Point number 4 is shared responsibilities and obligations. Remember that this is a family and not a cohabitation/roommate situation. It means that everyone has a role to play in a family setup. If you're interested in learning more about the different roles that people play in families, consider watching the previous video I did on nuclear families. I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, so back to the video. Everyone has lazy days. Days when you don't want to cook, clean, or do any of the other chores and stuff around the house. It's always better to have a few extra helping hands around. You don't really feel like doing any work. The flip side is that if you are taking favors from people, they're going to expect the same out of you sooner or later. So expect an onslaught of demands from your family members that you will have to make time for sooner or later. If you don't, it might spell some trouble for you down the road. Or maybe not, who knows? Well, that sums up today's video on joint families. What did you guys think? Do you prefer living in a nuclear family setup or a joint family setup? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe!